the lead and we held out. And was that one of the most satisfying victories you've seen in the Limerick side?
Yeah, look, Jesus, words can't describe what happened outside there today. Look, we spoke about the character in the dressing room before the game, and I've kind of grown up with these guys, and long before they probably realised themselves the character they had, or maybe our supporters. I'd always been mentioning in all previous interviews about their character, and by Jesus, did they show it there today in abundance. It was just phenomenal. Things that people won't know, but I'll call out here. Jim Liston was sick, and we were just hoping to hold on to him all through the second half, because we felt that Paul Maher wouldn't see out the game. That was the medical team telling us that. We only had, then Sean O'D goes down. So you were playing with your whole full back line. Then you lose Ian, then you lose Josh. You get the boys back, and then you lose Mike. And look, words just don't describe how proud I would be of them. What they did, it was just phenomenal. It's one of the most satisfying, best wins I've ever been involved with. To see lads there wearing the jersey with pride and with honour, and that's it. Now, they had the ability to win it, and you know, I felt that they were a better football team than Wicklow on the day. By Jesus, that was some effort from all of them.
Early on there, I suppose one thing, there was a Wicklow goal there that was disallowed, and you got a goal after that. Did that kind of give the team the platform after this slightly shaky start, really then to start expressing themselves? Yeah,
I think so. Look, you know, we were slow to start, and maybe that's down because we travelled up today. It worked for us last year, so we felt we'd go with it. And it might be a bit of that, and it might be a bit of a follow from last week. But look, the goal came from a free-flowing move that we know these lads can do, and that's where it came in. It settled them, and they went off and played football then. And yeah, look, they played some super football when they got it. And I suppose the character is, look, it's just character. You saw it. I don't have to tell you about it. Obviously, we're telling the people who couldn't be here about it. Jesus Almighty, you know, so it's just outstanding.
And there in the last 10 minutes as well, when you really need to dig in for it anyway, those two Huey Burke points, were they really what put Limerick into the margin of safety?
Yeah, I think so. You know, last week we had chances, and we spoke about that during the week, you know, to keep the scoreboard ticking over. What was the final score?
113-1-9.
113-1-9. So we scored 5 points in the second half, which was kind of what they scored in the first half, 6 points. So, yeah, we just spoke about it at half time. It was all about if the goal chances on to go for it, and we had 2 goal chances, maybe 3, 4 we didn't take. But look, we kept the scoreboard. But be under that much pressure and to make the decisions these guys are making, like, it's easy for all of us. You understand. I'm on the sideline, but to be able to do that and giving their all, playing the elements in the second half, it was just phenomenal. Like, just absolutely phenomenal.
So one other thing I was noticing today, like, and a lot of times Limerick you go up against Wicklow, who always often tend to have really big, strong men on it. But Limerick was good, if not better than them physically today. I mean, is that a result of 4 or 5 years of really putting the emphasis on getting players into peak condition?
Yeah, it is. I suppose firstly the lads have the frames to fill out. You know, they're all reasonably sized men, so that's the first thing, because without that you can't fill it out. So we've worked hard on that since about 2018, and yeah, they're big. But like, I don't want to take away from the fact that their footballing ability and the way we're playing ball, and it's phenomenal. Like, you know, we could have had another 3 or 4 goals there today, and it wouldn't have been by chance or by luck we got them. So they have no amount of ability. They have physical size. You know, last week they'll learn a lot from that. They'll learn an awful lot from that. And it probably came down to the fear of losing potentially when we were holding on to lead. And you know, you can never fear losing. But no, look, I think everyone is involved, you know, with Limerick would be hugely proud of these boys today. And that's the overriding emotion for me. Like, it was just phenomenal.
Just one thing there is just, look, we lost 2 defenders to injury today, Gordon Brown and Sean O'D, and there's a red card now for Michael Donovan. Is that putting a bit of pressure on the resources you have in the backs?
Jesus, if I don't be careful, Pa myself could be lining out the next time around. So, yeah, sure it is, but like that's what we've been working on as well, in terms of having a squad, having a panel, and I think, you know, we saw it in between Longford and Antrim, and we've seen it between Antrim and Louth, and we've seen it from Louth to today and during the game today. So, you know, it's really together. You know, it's really about the squad and having lads who are capable of playing this level. And you know, we've lost a lot of players over the last number of years. You know, they've gone travelling doing their own thing, and that's fine. You know, but I suppose over in recent years when we lost players, it'd have been a harder furrow to plough. But thankfully, everyone's buying into what we're trying to do. We enjoy ourselves. We represent our people as best we can, and we put a front foot forward.
Just one other thing in the back there is what's the position of Keane, Sheehan and Colm McSweeney?
Both injured. Keane hasn't recovered from the knock above against Antrim, and Colm is out with a hamstring. It's just he's picked up from change of whatever. I'm not sure the medical whatever. It's hamstring anyway, and he's injured. And yeah, so that's it.
So, you'll be spreading the net for the backs next week. I'll bring my boots next week.
Yeah, just tell your brother Joe we're calling on him.